Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to build a metal Liveset. So basically what I'm going to do is explain you in this tutorial how to build a metal Liveset, and this will include a tone for rhythm, a tone for solos, and a clean tone because we all need that, alright? So let's add to Tone Studio and see what I can do. I'm using this Solar guitar because this is a metal guitar and it worked very good. Okay, so I'm gonna start with our rhythm tone. I already have this on the brown channel, as you guys can see here. The EQ is pretty much flat. I have the effects engaged, and the effects here, sorry about this bug from Boss. It's just an EQ that starts here in the chain in front of the amp, okay? And for now it's flat out, so it's doing nothing. In terms of cab resonance, I much prefer the vintage one. I don't know yet if I'm going to engage the variation mode. If I do, for the MK1 users, there's ways to mimic this part, okay? So let's see what we have here. For now, I'm capturing the tone with my Sennheiser E906, I believe it's that model, and then my Apollo Twin and Logic. Okay, so this is the tone we have for now. It's very basic and very low in volume, so let me engage a little bit more volume. The gain it's at 50, so nothing special here. Let's check out our global EQ, not global, but this EQ. It's disengaged, and the first thing I'm gonna do is to cut up until 10 kilohertz and around 63 hertz and engage it and see how it sounds. This is on the amp out, not on the amp in, okay? Disengage. You can notice this on the top end. It filters some of the fizziness. Maybe we need to cut a little bit more on the high cut, but for now let's leave it as it is. Now let's couple a little bit EQ, kind of a physical knobs on the Katana, take a little bit of mids, increase a little bit of treble and the bass as well. See how it sounds now? Let's increase the gain, actually max it out and see how it sounds just by itself. It sounds good, but we don't have that punchiness. So let's back up the gain. And now we need a booster, of course. I already have here my Tube Screamer because it's my favorite pedal for this kind of tone. This is kind of a modern metal tone, okay? And not gent, not that stuff, but I don't know, maybe like Machine Head, stuff like that. Whoa, the high end has increased a lot. So I'm going back to my EQ, reduce a little bit more up to 8 kilohertz, see how it sounds. Now it's better. Now let me just engage the variation mode and see the difference. Well, there's an increase in the high end, but also changes the characteristics of the amp. Let me try to decrease this right now with the variation mode on. I like the variation mode because it gives some thump to the tone, and it's really pleasant. Okay, now, still here, what I'm gonna do is to cut a little bit here in 630 because we gotta scoop this a little bit more. and the low mid Q will be around 4. I don't want this curve to be very wide. Okay, let's check out. If you're going for a metallic tone, okay, but then you have to compensate with other stuff. So for now, let me just do this about -2 decibels. Okay, regarding here, I'm gonna take a little bit more, see how it sounds, around 5 kilohertz. No, it's too muddy, cutting too much. Okay, I think this is the best spot. But we still have some fizziness, so now it's time to go into my effects and reduce some 16 kilohertz because I really don't need them. Although the EQ is cutting at 630, these frequencies tend to pass and go along. I don't know why, but they are there and they are present, and especially useful if you're going for a Pantera kind of tone. So I'm gonna take quite a bit, like -10, 16, and -5, 8 kilohertz. Disengage EQ. This will be very subtle. So, okay, debug again. Now, since it's so subtle, I'm gonna do a little bit more of this cut. Also in 4K. 4K TV. There we go. And so there's something of annoying frequency around here. You can totally go for this one. It gives you a totally different metal tone for different styles of bands, but I'm gonna cut a little bit here, -2. Also, again, cut here around 500. Okay, reduce a little bit the treble, increase a little bit the volume, the overall volume. In terms of effects, I wouldn't go much with reverb and stuff like that. Let me increase the presence and see what it does. Well, it opens up a little bit the tone. Let me reduce a little bit. Now I'm going to increase the gain a little bit more, but this is for if you're going to record, I recommend you to decrease the gain if you're going to record double track, because the less gain will give much of a tighter tone than lots of gain that will destroy your tone. Well, it's sounding cool. Even so, I'm going here to my EQ, take a little bit of eye gain. Let's check it out. Okay, this is not exactly Metallica, but something we'll do. Now if I want, there's some fizziness here, and I'm gonna do something on purpose. I'm gonna put this I mid Q 16, so it's very narrow. And now I'm gonna do this, which is a lot, and sweep to find that frequency that is annoying me on the high end. Let's try this one, and I'll take around -5. It's a very narrow Q. Okay, from now on, this is a thing of taste and depends on the room you're playing, of course. Let's go to our booster and take a little bit of bottom hand, increase a little bit the tone around 2, and the level, I think it's cool. Don't need to put it on drive. And noise reduction, it's up here on 45. Let's make it a little bit louder. I would go and take a little bit more middle, small changes, and make all the difference, a little bit less treble. So I'm happy with this one, so I'm gonna write it. On the panel, let me see what I can put it. Channel 2. Okay, and I'm gonna rename it as metal rhythm. Okay, let me see if I don't miss. Metal rhythm. All right. And now we're going for a solo tone, and this is one thing I advise you to do. Let's rewrite this patch on the next channel. All right. But it's already written, but let's rename it. I'm sorry, metal solo. Okay, now from here we have kind of the same EQs, everything is the same, right? But probably this won't stand out because it won't cut through the mix. I don't need so much bass, I need more mids, okay? Less bass also, so I'm going here and take around this and this. All right. It's still chugging, no worries about that. Now let me go into the EQ. Now, what I'm gonna do, I took some 200 there, but I'm gonna increase a little bit here because now I want this 250 as my main mid Q. Take attention to the levels, might be the same level, not so much around here. And let's broaden this up. Okay, regarding the noise reduction, I know it's a lot of gain here, but I'm gonna reduce it depending the guitar you're using and where you are, because here it doesn't make too much noise, okay? So I think I'm really happy with this one, but now we need some modulation and effects like that. Let me check this out. I'm gonna increase a little bit here in 1K. Even here on 2K, because we will cut through the mix after the rhythm tone. Sounding very glassy here, sounds really cool. So let's start with our reverb, and reverb here, we will use something like a plate probably, and leave this as it is, and let's see what it does. Okay, I'm going to increase effect, but I'm going to cut a bit here because I don't want it to kind of muddy the stuff and the high end. If you use this via USB, you can do this in stereo and it sounds amazing. Let's increase the pre-delay a little bit, because it's kind of cool. Now let's low cut this. We don't need reverb on the low end, and increase a little bit the size, reverb time. Okay, even so, I'm gonna increase a little bit more. I want to hear it better. Cool. Let's go for our delay, because everyone needs a delay for a solo, being metal or not. So tape echo, might be tape echo. Let's check out how it sounds right now. Okay, kind of cool. So I'm gonna take a little bit of time and put it even faster. So it's very cool if you're playing shred stuff. A little bit more feedback and less. I'm gonna high cut it a little bit more and increase the level and see what's going on here. See, you don't want to put everything very high or your guitar will disappear in the context of a mix or a live situation. Cool, it's sounding great. Okay, so I'm gonna write it. This has that bug that you have to mess around here so you can see it. Okay, here we have it. Metal solo, done. And now let's copy again this to the channel 4 because metal clean, because I want to maintain most of the EQ, not going very far from this. And now, of course, I'm going to change this to the clean channel and see how it sounds right now. Oh, here goes the pick. I have another one here. Okay, let's see how it sounds here on the bridge pickup. Oh, sorry. Let me take off the booster. Not very good. Okay. Let's go in our EQ, bring up a little bit of this, and also increase the volume here because I'm far away from the amp. All right, now we need some more high end, so I'm gonna put it like 10. Right now I don't need to cut this. Okay, a little bit of body on the guitar so it stays cool. Also, let me put the high gain where it was and level around 2. Very warm. warm on the neck pickup. The string is too low, it's hitting some fret. Now we need some modulation for this, of course, and our modulation, not a parametric EQ, but some sort of chorus. I really like this DC30 chorus because it's very full. Like to be here. Also the tone I'm going to increase a little bit and take bass because it's very bassy. Now our delay can be a little bit more, have more time. And not cut it too much. Our reverb could be higher. Let's see our chain, how it is. So the chain is number 3. There's no booster, modulation and effects are in front of the amp. And delay, reverb, the rest are in the loop. So oh, cleaner right now had too much mids, so I'm gonna scoop it out a little bit more here. Also here. What else? We have a bunch of effects here that you can use, like flanger, other stuff. Let me just check out the normal chorus and see if it makes much of a difference. This doesn't seem to spread so well. I don't need much of a low depth, but more high depth here, and a little bit more level. These in-between positions are very cool for some specific tones. So I really like the DC, not AC30, the DC30. Increase the intensity here of the chorus. Also, the noise suppression, to finish this, I'm gonna put this around here because I don't need almost nothing. Cool modulation and delays. I'm gonna write a metal clean. So we have 3 patches. We'll start something with a little bit more metal. Okay. And suddenly next. Okay guys, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial and video. I'm gonna share the patches in the link description below. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want to see if I achieve 1 million subscribers at the end of the week. Just kidding. And yeah, I think this will work pretty fine. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and cheers.